Are we live? Oh shit. Damn. Uh okay. I need somebody to come in real fast. Okay, so we just gonna have someone on. Can y'all hear me? This shit back. Can y'all hear me? Hello? Can y'all hear me? Okay, y'all can hear. All right, so since we on the we waiting on Big Home to come in, but since we are on the Conseco Rap School channel, we're on the Big Facts podcast set. This is actually a practice show. That's why I ain't go live on the big channel. We got Bobby Bomani coming in, and we're gonna speak on the how we're gonna fix this problem that we have in America. But since we got people here, and this is the Rap School channel, we're gonna talk about promotion. And since y'all are in here, y'all can actually ask questions live. So this is gonna work out for y'all. So if you on this channel, then you have to be a musician, and you're probably having an issue getting your music out there. So site is using your account. Okay. So let's just go straight into promotion. How do I promote my project? All of y'all already have your project. You got music out. You have videos out. You're posting on your Instagram. You're posting on your Facebook. You're telling people to come watch your shit. But nobody comes. Nobody comes. Nobody supports. We've already talked about why your hometown don't support you. We've talked about why people abroad don't support you. They don't support you because they don't know you from any other rapper. Um, my first channel, I think the Big Facts Podcast channel, before I made the Big Facts Podcast, the channel was named No One Likes like Local Rappers. Nobody likes local rappers. I think that's the name. Nobody likes local rappers. And that's really what it is. And before that, I had a channel called A Million Reasons Not to Be a Rapper. Um, it's rough right now, man. It's rough. Me and Kelby from Making It Magazine were talking the other night, and he was talking about people are trying to shoplift success. Shoplift success, meaning you're trying to let's see what this is. Hold on, let's see if this works. I'm just learning this StreamYard shit, y'all. If you wanna join in, I'm gonna put a link. I'm gonna put a link. What? Okay. Okay, I'm just learning this shit, y'all. I'm just learning. But yeah, so y'all see what's on the bottom of the screen. Y'all see I'm getting better at this shit. But niggas don't want to pay for success. In 2020, if you don't put no money into your music, I don't give a fuck how good you rap, you're not going anywhere, period, point blank. Because you're not going to be seen. No money, no success, period, point blank. You can try to do them $20 bullshits, go on Facebook and do a campaign, go on Instagram and do a fucking campaign. Let me put the how do I comment? Ain't no place for me to comment. How in the fuck do I put a comment on here? I'm trying to put the damn whatchamacallit on here. I'm trying to put the link to the chat in here so y'all can I wonder what this should be like if I went live on a Big Facts podcast. That'd be too big though. I'm still learning. But there it is. You're not gonna get it for free. Period, point blank. It's not gonna happen. Nobody's gonna watch your Instagram sponsorship and take it serious. No good. No matter how good the music is, they're not gonna watch it. No matter how good the video is, they're not gonna watch it. They're not watching it. So the only choice that you have is to find someone who is knowledgeable about this thing and how to move. And that's what I want to talk about: how to choose your promoter, how to choose your manager, how to choose the people that will be working for you. You could do it yourself, but then, 9 times out of 10, you don't have the knowledge on what to do. And there's Bobby. Let's get him in here.
How you doing, Big Facts?
All right, I can't hear. All right, y'all. This is Bobby Bomani. This is Big Homie, extremely knowledgeable. Bobby, I'm new to this thing right here. I'm trying to learn it. So
absolutely.
let me
How my volume sounding?
See how it's doing it? See how it sound? I can't hear shit.
Yeah, I can hear it's got
Where's the settings?
that
They go to settings audio. Hello? 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 Damn. Oh shit. Bobby. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there we go. Now the sound is on. All right. We in here, man. This is a very important episode. Let me go ahead and change that title on the bottom. If I can learn how to do this. All right. Let's see. Let me edit that. Watch this. I'm gonna name this. Do you really want change?
Yep.
Bobby, as I'm doing this, could you give them a little bit of your background, where you come from?
Well, born and raised in Compton, California.
Shit.
So I've seen it all. I've been all over the world, all over the country. Lived in Texas for a couple years. I'm up here in North Dakota now. But basically my background is I've been studying how to put our country back together. And I've been watching as certain forces have been trying to goad us into self-destructing. So right now we got a lot of reasons to be angry. Got a lot of problems out there. And so I'm about to just lay out all the solutions to everything and show y'all how we can pull this thing together right now and stop focusing on the people that's trying to destroy us, right? And instead focus on building ourselves up. Because that's the main thing I learned growing up in Compton. There's been situations when people would bang on me, when I'm doing my own thing and somebody will bring a situation into my life that can send me to jail, get me killed, have me killing somebody. Anything could happen. And I figured I can keep fighting these battles or I can elevate myself and make it to where I'm at now. So I'm about to show you how we dead all this BS that they trying to put us through and just rise up. And that's when you're going to see when we rise, it's going to be people coming all out the woodworks trying to shut us down. But that's when we're going to see who really trying to stop us.
Okay, now, so I want to let the people know who they talking to. With what's going on right now, I want to, before we get into the plan and stuff like that, I want to let these people know kind of where you stand and what's going on, to stuff that they might be aware of. Yeah. As I know that you're extremely deep, and I believe, as I told people, because I don't have a plan and I don't, I know about dirty shit that America's done and dirty shit that's going on, but I don't truly have a plan on how to fix or combat it in the big picture, other than us going on a 30-day crime fast and uniting as a people. That's what I would say. But I know that you have more in-depth knowledge. I want to know what people want to know right now is, with this Ice Cube situation, where do you stand on that?
Well, me personally, okay, if you really look at what he said, regardless of where his political views stand, he was right when he was saying, hey, we got to focus on us. I'm not on nobody's side. I'm not for Trump and I'm not for Biden. Now, they're part of our government, so we got to deal with that. But the fact is, if we don't fix this, they're not going to fix it for us. Put it like this. Our country is in $30 trillion of debt. We were at $5 trillion when George Bush got in office. Obama put another 10 trillion on. Trump just put another 7 trillion on with the coronavirus. We about to go under. So you can choose sides if you want, but we losing on both sides. So I'm like, let us think about winning rather than which one of them is going to cater to us, shall I say.
Do you see a imminent threat in that $30 trillion debt?
Oh, yeah, the only thing holding us afloat right now is the petrodollar. It's the fact that we use so much gasoline every year that other countries that make fuel, they respect our dollar. But if they start respecting our dollar, man, we holding on to paper. There's no gold behind our money. Woodrow Wilson, he took all our gold, put it in the Fort Knox, and now all we got is this paper. That's all it is. So at any moment, especially if we give up our guns and go down this socialist road, at any moment they can say, y'all bankrupt, y'all don't have anything. It's time for the government to take over. And then you got a war in your hands at that point.
Okay, so let's get straight down to it. We getting killed in the street by police officers. I'm gonna say this: is that I'm gonna give a real question? Is that real, or is that to just amp us up to go out there and do something that we may not be prepared for?
100% real. That's realer than real. Like I said, I grew up in Compton, man. I'll give you a quick story. I was walking down the street one day, and 2 cops pulled up on me. And one cop, when they pulled up, the door was already open. He already had his hand on his gun. He hops out the car, run up on me, gun drawn. Like, where you going? I let him know I'm headed to work. You sure? Where you going, man? You got an ID? Sit down on the curb right here and cross your legs. So I sit down, give him my ID. He run my info, see I'm good. And he's like, okay, where you work at? I show him my work badge. He's like, all right, buddy. Well, there was a robbery right up the street at the store. I forgot the name of it. It was like a grocery store, a big grocery store. It was like, you fit the description. And I was like, okay, I understand.
Yo.
You just stay doing what you're doing. And I was like, all right, thanks, brother. Now, the situation is, that's how I handled it. I didn't have to handle it like that. And most other people wouldn't have handled it like that. Imagine if I would have responded to being afraid of a gun. He could have shot me right there. You know, I didn't do anything wrong. So yeah, this is human nature. And one thing I want people to look at is when we start moving, like I'm about to tell you how we're gonna move, and we put y'all in power, when we show you that you guys are the heroes of this story, how are you gonna respond to your power? You know what I mean? If you get in the office and you getting paid $150,000 a year, and somebody come to you and be like, hey, I'll shoot you 50K if you don't vote on this way, or if you do this. Would you take that money? Would you be corrupt? If you a cop and your partner gets killed by some young kid, is that gonna change the way you feel about people in the street? So it's easy to point fingers and say who's wrong and who's right. But you gotta understand, once we're in power, we're gonna be faced with those same situations. So yes, it is happening, but it's time to fix it. It's time to not. I'm not gonna go into saying what y'all got to do, but we about to fix it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, now, very simply, what's the first step to getting out of this situation that we in?
Now, are you talking financial or are you talking political? Because I think financial starts it.
For these people that are watching this live right now, for the people who are watching this on the rebroadcast, what is the first step?
Well, you will first have to develop yourself. You know, the big plan is for us to come together and make moves, but on a personal level, it's going to be you. So the main thing you have to learn, and this is what I want to bring to Black culture in general, is how your body functions, you know, how your emotions function, you know, because there's a book called 48 Laws of Power. And what you'll learn reading that book is it's all about your strings. You know, if you have strings, if someone can pull your strings, right now, they got us out here screaming for Biden. He's coming with the same exact plan that Hitler came with. Yeah, just condense all the power into the government and we'll fix it for you. That's what Hitler said. So, okay, we hit Trump for sure, but are we going to scream out Hell Hitler? Is that what we're doing next? But since we got strings, if they want to arm me, all they got to say, well, that other side called you the N-word. That other side said this about you and you own it. So you got to understand, honestly, you know, I'll get deeper into this and I'll show you guys some info later, but it's the fear. It's your emotions. All your emotions come from two emotions, love and fear. There are only some emotions that can reside in love, only some that can reside in fear. When I say love, it's nothing you've ever heard of. I'm talking about an agape love, which is something that's inside of you. That's nothing to do with anybody else. But once you understand how to get rid of the fear that you feel, and it's a moment by moment, second by second thing, then you start moving over to your left brain where you can start analyzing things. Oh yeah, he said this about me, this happened. I should feel this way, but I don't. But my left brain is analyzing like, hey, I need retribution, or I need to fix this, or I need to do something. But if you stay in that emotional state, you're not even thinking. You're like, hey, move right now. You didn't just ran up on a cop you didn't just ran up on a guy with a gun without a second thought. You in the grave. You know what I mean? You out here fighting for people that ain't got your best interests at heart because they're riling you up, getting you angry because somebody called you the wrong word. Now you done put yourself into a situation where we ain't got no guns to defend ourselves. Government talking about we're going to set up a bread line for you. We're going to give you $1,000 check a month and you can't make. That's because you weren't looking at your moves. You were just running with emotion. So we got to get out of that emotional state where we just jumping without thinking. We got to use our left brain. We got to use our analytics. But the emotion is what drives us. That's what push you past that wall, but you got to learn how to use it. And that's the main thing I'm here to teach is that foundation of who we are on the inside. Once I get you that, the rest is easy.
Now, firstly, what's your channel? How can people get a in-depth talk with you? What's your channel? What's your Instagram? What's your Facebook?
Bobby Bomani everything. BOBBIE BOMANI. So what I set up is on all my pages, all my YouTube pages. I have a bunch of YouTube channels. I like to keep my information separate, whether I'm talking spiritual things or political, or I like to keep it separate. So I set up on all my channels a playlist that's gonna break down everything we need to know to understand who we are and what we're gonna have to do to make it out of this. But that's just the foundation. You know what I mean? I'm talking about right now, it's time to make real moves. You know, this building ourselves, that's a part of it, but we got to move right now. We're running out of time. We got to start setting these programs up.
Where's the playlist at?
It's on Bobby Bomani on YouTube.com.
Okay.
It's called Pure Power.
Pure Power.
Pure Power.
If you want the in-depth, what I'm giving him is a overview interview so y'all can see if this plan is good for y'all. What do y'all feel about this plan? If you fuck with it, go to Pure Power playlist on Bobby Bomani's YouTube channel. I want to make that clear so that people can tap in as they need to. I think people that are knowledgeable about what we can do need to have a platform. And that's why I definitely want to get you on here. All right. So first step, after getting yourself together, all right, you acknowledge you're not moving with emotion. You're moving off logic. Now, what do you do?
Okay, now this is our move. This is when people like me and you come in to gather the numbers. But the first thing I have is a program I want to set up called a safety net. We're going to have to build this thing in tiers. Okay. So the first thing we got to do is make sure there's no more poor people in our nation. We're going to do this for the whole world. But it's a program called Safety Net. The beginning of it, we're going to start working with ranchers and farmers, people, shoe shops, clothing shops, everything a person would need to sustain themselves. We're going to make ourselves. Now, we already got connections to farmers and ranchers out here. My boss is actually a farmer. So we're going to get in with those people. So we're going to create a program, a private program where, say, for example, you lost your job, you went bankrupt, whatever. You need help. You're on the streets. You come to this program. You're not going to be paid a dime, but we're going to provide you food. We're going to provide you shelter. We're going to provide you everything you need to live. Now, you're going to be working either on a farm. You're going to be working on a ranch. We may have a shoe shop in your city. You may have a clothing shop. Eventually, things are going to get better where there are different types of jobs that you can do. Now, what the purpose of this is so that this program can sustain itself, and also so that this free labor that you're given while we're holding you up, and you're, filling out job applications or looking for a job within, this money is going to go straight back to the Black community. That's how I'm going to set it up. But it's going to be a situation where you can come in and out as you please. If you need help, come in. We'll take care of you until you can get on your feet, get a good job. But there'll be situations where, say, for example, we're building dormitories and we need a welder. So we'll let you know, we got a job for a welder. You want to be a welder? Yeah, sure. Okay, we need to send you to school. It's going to cost $7,000 to do it. You sign a contract saying, okay, I'll stay in this program and work for you guys until I pay my $7,000 off. Once you pay your $7,000 off, now you get a legit job. Now you get your full paycheck. Until you pay that off, you're not getting that full paycheck. You're still going to be taken care of. You might get some of it. But the purpose, the program, the concept of the program is you come in and you work for food and shelter and to build this program while this program holds you up. At the same time, you're looking for a job or the program has a job for you. Yeah. And that's just so that us that are about to take it to the next level with these other programs, we don't have to worry about the poor. We need it's hard to shoot for the stars if you don't know where you're going to fall. So that's just a ground floor. After that, we're going to start coming together on a local basis, starting to pitch in to build these businesses. Give you a perfect example, Facts. You got a landscaping business. My brother's got one too. Say, for example, we all pitched in for George Floyd. They got a couple $1 million. Say, for example, we pitched in to put another $10,000 into your pocket. You go ahead, you buy you, a F-250, get you a trailer, get you some leaf blowers, something just to build your business out. Right now, it's probably just you by yourself. We get you to where now you can hire 4 or 5 people. You know what I'm saying? You go ahead and look, everybody only pitching in $1. We get 10,000 people to pitch in $1. You got 10K. That's easy. We got 350 million, and the whole world wants to support Black Lives Matter. So the whole world is investing in what we're trying to do. So now we didn't just put more jobs. We have Facts, the ability to get more jobs, to make more money, He pays everybody their 10K back, however long it takes. They only put in a couple bucks. They're not tripping. Every month he's putting money back in. Once you get your money back, okay, what we investing in next? What's the next?
Exactly.
Who's next?
Exactly.
I have a huge plan. A huge plan based off of Dr. Sebi's, the way Dr. Sebi heals people, his eating plan. I actually healed diabetes recently. I had diabetes and I totally reversed it. We'll talk about that later. But I want to build a restaurant, where we can make these meals, these gourmet meals like Dr. Sebi used to make, and actually teach people how to eat, give them a meal plan. You can come in and get your meal plan and we'll cook up your meal and you can go home and take that meal plan home and run with it. We can pop these up all over the nation, make them Black owned, franchise them out like McDonald's so we can have one in every city, and all that overhead money, put it right back into the Black community. The main thing is we need leaders that aren't going to be greedy. If we make a business and it become a multi-million-dollar business, the CEO don't need to make more than $100,000 to $150,000. He don't need millions. If you can get $150,000 a year, you straight. Let the rest go to the Black community and keep building. Stop, trying to take it all and say, I'm gonna just, get mines to run. Let's just build and build and build until our community is set. That's how you build. If I have money, I can start a trucking company right now and make $7K a week. Well, not now because coronavirus, but that's what I was doing before this happened. If you got money, you can make money. We got money by ourselves. It's not that, I make 30 an hour, I'm straight. But most of it by ourselves, we can't move that fluently. So if we come together and plan this thing out, it's easy.
Who do we need to come to the table? Do we need because it's so hard to get celebrities to fuck with shit like this.
Nah, we need people like you. You know what I'm saying? There are a bunch of other big YouTubers with millions of subscribers. We just need the people. We don't want celebrities. We don't want the government. Even though I'm going to show you guys how we're going to take over the government. That's another program called Community Link, where we're going to start taking over town halls and, using our state taxes to actually fund our programs. But on this grassroots level, dude, we got it all, man. Like my brother's making over $150,000 a year. I'm down right now to put 10K into something. He just put 90K into us at 450 for his business. He'll drop. You know what I mean? Like it's so many of us that are ready to, hey, let's do it. We just need the people to say, okay, this is what we want to do. And that's why I gave you guys that playlist, Pure Power. Because if we ain't coming with love, if we living in this fear and you scared of how you're going to get your next meal, you scared if you're going to get yours, you scared if all that, man, you're going to be lying, you're going to be cheating, you're going to be trying to.
Exactly. I was just going to say you're going to be a savage. You're going to be a savage and you're going to try to fuck the system. Exactly. Because that's when I'm listening to this, it's like, in theory, it makes so much sense. Like 10,000 people, $1. Dog, come on, man. Like, and you give it, dog. I had this idea years ago that if all we have, and I guess maybe it's a Ponzi scheme, but like 1 year, 1 million Black people give $1 to you. And then next year, 1 million Black people give $1 to me. Then next year we give $1 million. So every one of us can be a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? And get a chance with that money. Like it wouldn't be hard. Why can't we do that? How did they make us like this?
It's actually human nature, because I'm not giving up nothing for nothing. I'm not, you know what I mean? That sounds like, what are you doing for me if I'm making you a millionaire? How long is it gonna take for it to come back to me? 1,000,000 days? How long, you know what I mean? So it's gotta be a situation where you saying, no, I don't need $1 million. I'm trying to just build a business and put a few more jobs in the community, and then we're gonna pay this back and then put a few more jobs. If we're putting jobs in and people are everybody's able to get in on it, like I said, with the restaurant business, that can put a check in everybody's pocket eventually. We blow that up. The safety net, that can put a check in everybody's pocket. It'll be huge money in that. But we have to make sure that we're working to build our economy, not to get rich. That's a whole different story. You can get rich by yourself. We trying to build our economy, our Black economy. Before segregation ended, a lot of people are happy because segregation ended or whatnot. But before segregation ended, back with the Jim Crow laws, Blacks took care of their own. You know, we wasn't going out trying to buy no Gucci or nothing like that. I'm buying a black brand. I want to, every dollar we bring into our community, we put right back in our community. Now, bring the money into our community, send it off to China, whatever they make for us, send it off to Gucci, send it off to France, send it off. It's gone. It ain't circulating in the hood because we throwing it out there. So this is an American plan, not a black plan. But I want to start it with the black community because we're so small. We're 16% of the nation. You know what I mean? Whites are 60. But us being so small, it allows us to consolidate our power. You know, we're in very specific areas. Compton could be a utopia. You know, we can set that up. But we have Alabama. You know, we have to make sure our black communities are the foundation of what we're about to create. And like I said, if you guys don't allow me to show you how to perfect ourselves, there's no way to end the infighting. Because young men, like, they're just angry. And if they have reasons to be angry, but that's why, you know, it takes fathers to show them, like, hey, my dad, I was angry too. My dad was bigger and stronger than me, though. I couldn't beat him. He said, you got to figure this out. I know you angry, but you better figure out how to beat me because you're not going to beat me with your fist. You better figure something out or you're going to be losing every time. You know, so I had to figure that out. What do I need to, okay, I need to read more books. I need to use my charisma. I need to use this. This other role is sending me straight to nowhere, you know, and our young men don't understand that yet. So once we give them that minute, you can't just tell them not to do something. You got to say, hey, look, this is what you can do. This is where the money is. This is how we build, bro. Don't say, don't gangbang, don't do crime. Well, what else I'm going to do, man? Give me another option. I don't have no other option that I know. I'm a young man. I've only been here 18, 19, 20 years, man. I didn't know nothing when I was born. Ain't nobody taught me nothing up until this point. They ain't teach me nothing in school. What you want me to do? I do what I know. I'm a lion. I see a gazelle, I'm hungry. I'm going to eat. That's how it is. Show me another way to eat. So that's why people like me and you, Facts, we have to build huge foundations for people to stand on, rather than just saying, hey, y'all, let's get a foundation. We can do it now. Well, we'll put in the work. We'll build this. We'll build a situation to bring you in. You know what I mean? Just fund it. Show us that y'all want us to make it. We'll create it and we'll have jobs for you overnight. That's how I feel about it.
And because, you know, when you start talking about the infighting, and I don't want to get caught up here, but it keeps on coming past my mind, man, you know, because I want something to go out and tell people, join this. I want something to tell people, listen to this plan. This is the plan for us to get out. And I just can't get over the thought of people saying, well, what they gonna do with that? They gonna, you know what I'm saying? All that right there, like, we just distrust each other so much. And that's why you're totally correct in saying that you have to have your mind, body, and soul together before you come to this place, because everybody gonna have something with this Ice Cube shit. Dog, this man came with a fucking plan. He came with a plan. He put something forward, and he don't have to. This is where you start looking at the soul of a man, the integrity of a man. He already got the money. He can sit back like the rest of them and watch us get killed in the street.
Yep.
He came forward, and motherfuckers ain't got nothing but dog. I want to do that. I want to do that video so bad on him talking to Ebro and all the motherfuckers like, well, the Trump's a racist. I don't give a fuck who's a racist. If they talking about giving reparation, dog, your fucking boss is a racist. Everybody at your job is a fucking racist, and you go every day faithfully and say yes sir, no sir.
Yes sir.
Dog, this is business at the end of the day, and that's why the fuck, dog. That's why we call the successful black men, we call them coons, because they have to have the mindset to where I can do business with anyone. I have a champagne, I'll put it in this store, and I'll put it in this store. I'll put it in that place, and that. Like, you have to do business. You know what I'm saying? We can go into the white neighborhood and get the money and then bring it back here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we see no value in anything that we have. As soon as we find out it's a black brand, and that's why I work with. I'm actually about to start with a new watch brand. Two black men own it. That's why I always wear 24 karat black. Like, you know what I'm
Always
saying?
see the
Like,
hats.
yeah, this is black brands.
Yep.
And what up, Triggs? I see you, my nigga. Like it's heavy. It's 212, man. It's just, man, it just, we have so much, we have inside of us, we have so many reasons not to support each other.
This is what I would ask, facts. For everybody who's focused on white supremacists and the white man and all this, because like I said, when you learn to elevate, you'll learn you got to turn your head from them and focus on your success. But let me ask you, what do you want them to do? Do you want to make the white supremacists love you? Do you want to make them not white supremacists no more? Do you want to make them, what do you want to do with them? You know what I mean? All you can do is separate. You know, once you understand what's actually going on with this white supremacist thing, white supremacy is the strategy they're using with white supremacy is the same as that strategy that they use with terrorism. It's a never-ending war. How do you identify a terrorist or a white supremacist? You can only identify them when they do a terrorist act or a white supremacist act, or if they identify themselves as a terrorist or a white supremacist. So therefore, with either one of these, especially white supremacy, you'll never know where all the white supremacists are. So how do you eradicate them?
Hello?
You got to destroy all the white supremacists. But where are they? Who are they? I don't know. Well, he might be one. What about him? He might be one too. Or maybe him. Or I don't. It's a never-ending war. We can fight that war forever. We've been fighting terrorism for the last 20 years. If y'all want to let them goat y'all into a never-ending war, by all means. I already showed you facts. I'm armed and ready, man. Everybody up where I'm at, I mean, these guys buy guns like y'all buy Jordans. You know, the brand, the new Subtech 2000 one and fold in half, man. That's the brand. Oh, I'm going to get that one. They give their sons guns. They're 11 and 12 years old. They go hunting every season. You know, most of them join the military. If y'all want a war, it's going to be bad for everybody. But if y'all want to grow and build and say, all right, bet. That's what y'all doing? Bet. This is what we going to do. Y'all white supremacists, we black supremacists. Ain't even no bad connotation on it. I love y'all just the same. Just stay away from me. Let me grow over here while y'all grow over there. You can be white supremacists on that side all you want. Just don't come over here with it. This our place. This what we do. But if you want to say y'all white supremacists, we gonna jump in y'all business and try to make y'all not white supremacists no more. Crazy. You're never gonna stop fighting. And I understand why you're fighting because it's valid, but it's not a winning fight. And that's all I try to explain.
That's their fucking business. And plus the fact we're not prepared right now. We're not prepared. As soon as you get it, as soon as they say, if right now they say, God damn it, if right now they say you can murder is legal for fucking 12 hours, niggas is not gonna go kill white folks. Niggas is going to their ops block and have war. The white supremacists could sit back for the first 11 hours and just come through and just clean up afterward.
Yep.
Like, so, dog, it's fucking retarded. And we need, so let's get back down to it. Okay, so we got the self-sustaining. So if we have poor people who have, you know, fallen on hard times, what I want to ask this: do you have anything in the plan for drug addiction?
Okay, so my brother, I lost him to meth. He was the first one that I grew him for 2 years, you know, taught him everything I know about love. And you know, he wrote an album called Glory Road. It's actually on my page. But I believe from my spiritual understanding that like Pac said, man, you ever seen a crackhead go to hell? You know, like it's just one of those things, man. Once you fall down that road, man, it's a road you may never recover from. You just got to fight for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? And it's sad, you know, and it's willpower. You know what I mean? Ask a man who's going to ask a man to follow those 3 S's who has a extreme sex addiction. same deal. How long it may take him 15 years to get right to where he say, okay, I can finally follow these 3 S's. You may get on drugs today, and it may take you 30 years to you like, okay, I'm finally tired of this. I finally can get strong enough to get rid of it. But it's just one of those touch and go things, man. It destroys us. It's a killer. So it's one of those things. It's sad, but we can only love each other, man.
So obviously in this plan we do have room for weakness for the people who fall and stuff like that, and stuff. And like I said, I feel this is me, and this is why the 3 S's is what I talk about. Is I feel like all of our problems, most of our problems, if not all of our problems, come from drug use. And I feel like if we had something that, you know, could get people back on track, like how I did, like my mind was fried as long as I was on pills, but as soon as I got off of them, I was able to build all this.
Oh, yeah. That's a different drug though. That's not meth. That's not heroin. That's not crack. You know, those are the killers. Like pills. Yeah, man, you can get off pills, definitely. Yeah. We can definitely, even with the worst drugs, with safety net, that's what we're here for. You know, I mean, we're going to have counselors. We're going to build you spiritually, mentally, emotionally. You're going to be forced to work out every day. We're going to calculate your TEM. We're going to make sure you eat your allotted calories. You ain't going to be no fat people in the program. And that's why you're giving yourself to us. You're like, hey, look, I don't got nowhere else to go. I'm going to follow your rules until I can find a way to get my own stuff and do my own thing. That's how the program works.
A soldier. Yes. And that's a requirement to be in the program. Yes, you're not just gonna sit around here and you know what I'm saying? We're gonna build you. And that's what we need. That's the change that we need. We've been deceived so long that we've been brainwashed to continue to make the wrong decisions. We need, and we have to admit that. I had to go to the hospital and tell those people I have a problem. I have an opiate problem, and they knew exactly what to do because it's not new. So as soon as we realize, because we isolate ourselves a lot, the problems that I may be having through my day, maybe with my children's mother or with the family about some land, it's the same issue that you and your family, or just down, especially down south, we start talking about land. That's mostly down south, but you know.
Here too.
Yeah, a man goes through pretty much the same emotions. I want to fuck. I don't need to fuck. We go through the same. We all men, but we want to keep that in our house. And it's when we go outside, we just smile. All right, what's going on, be home? Oh, I'm just chilling, be home, just holding it down. All right, then. But we all on the inside are dealing with the same issues. And as soon as we come out and say, man, I've been depressed, man. I've actually been depressed for the last couple of days. Trying to find a way to fix that. But we won't vocalize that. We will not vocalize it. But we need to, we need healing. We need healing. And that's, like I said, I don't see how any Black person could be healed and then look at the world the same way. After me coming out the streets and being healed, I didn't do the same things. The first thing I didn't do was I didn't drive the same way I used to. I used to drive crazy. Now I drive under the speed limit because I care about my life. And that's the biggest thing I feel like. 5%ers, in order to get in, you have to fast for a certain amount of days before they give you your lesson. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a rite of passage. And so if a person can't hear this plan and how needed it is right now, then it's because they're not in the right mindset. They're still damaged. They're still dealing with stuff on their own, and they're probably self-medicating, whether it be through weed, pills, alcohol, etc., sex, violence, whatever. But they need to be healed before we can start doing stuff like this. Because
I can fix that. I can fix that. Let me make a promise to y'all right now. If y'all take the time, I think it's a little less than 3 hours to have the full 7 videos in pure power. I give you my word, you're gonna end depression this week, and I'm gonna give you guys a homework assignment to do.
Ooh.
After you watch the very first video, it's only an hour long, just that first video. That's actually the most potent one. That's going to tell you the science behind what I'm about to teach you. I want you to do an experiment. I want you to identify fear. Okay, you know that feeling when you get startled, when somebody scares you. You know that's the same feeling you feel when you're depressed. It's just your whole body is consumed by this feeling. You know what I mean? But once you understand that feeling, and then you'll learn to suppress it. So for the next week, whenever that feeling comes up, I don't want you to focus on why the feeling comes up, the thoughts that come up with it, what your fears are, none of that. Just when it comes up, identify it and try to figure out how to push it down. Whether you got to close your eyes and take deep breaths, whether you got to think about something or do like me and just be able to push it down. It's never going to stop coming. Comes up, push it down. Come up, push it down. Once you get control of that feeling, then you'll start understanding, okay, this is where my depression is coming from. I'm afraid that I might not get a job tomorrow. I'm afraid of this. I'm afraid of this. Your brain, you don't really know why you're afraid because your brain's a computer and you got to let it process. But once you get rid of the right brain feeling, then the left brain starts processing that information. All your childhood traumas might start coming back. All the stuff you try to block out will start coming back. All kind of stuff. But you got to start by getting control of that fear. You don't. When you watch the videos, it'll give you everything you need. But that's the experiment I want you guys to play with for the next week. Get rid of that fear and see what it do for your life.
And that's it. That's what we need. I want to know what the next step is.
All right. So